Could the long run be the greatest contributor to your ability to run a faster 5K? Today, let's explore how fast and how far the long run should be for 5K training. Hey, what's poppin'? Jordan Thomas here, and welcome back to episode 4 and how to run a faster 5K in 2022. The biggest benefit of the long run is oxygen. A lot of people get caught up in the science and trying to explain things like mitochondria being created, but really what it is, that mitochondria bring oxygen. Oxygen helps your legs be able to build stronger muscles, stronger tendons, stronger ligaments. Eventually that rolls into your ability to handle harder, more specific, race pace type intervals. And then hopefully that translates into a race. That's the biggest benefit. And once I understood that, it blew my mind. And so when it comes to being motivated to do the long run, it became like, okay, if I can only do one run per week, or say 2 key sessions, I want to make sure I get a speed session and a long run. So the next thing that gets a lot of people tripped up is how fast should you go during a long run? Well, I'm here to tell you there are really just 2 ways that you can use, and both of them I find can be very helpful in your arsenal. The first one is use percentages. Just base it off of what you can currently run a 5K today and look at anywhere between about 65 to 75% of that. And so for a 20-minute 5K runner, that's gonna put you somewhere between like 8 minutes and 30 seconds and like 9:20 something, I believe. As long as you're in that type of range and doing your long runs, you're gonna be golden. Now, if you're newer to long distance running and you're not comfortable running at a very specific pace, then you can just use something like 30 or 40 seconds above what you're already running in your easier days. And so if you're looking at kind of like that 8:30 pace again, say 9 minutes to start off and just kind of feel your way through it. Now I recognize there's a lot more complicated ways, there's heart rates, there's all kinds of like fuzzy math that you could do. But what I believe is most important is you just get used to doing it. Now, one bonus tip, you don't have to do the entire run at the same pace. As a matter of fact, as you get more comfortable with the long run, you may want to start including what's referred to as a fast finish. So you might take the last like 10 to 15 minutes of the run, increase your speed a bit. Perhaps don't go any faster than what you would consider to be like your threshold or tempo pace. So if you're targeting like a 20-minute 5K, then your threshold pace is probably around like 6 minutes and 50 seconds, 6 minutes and 45 seconds, something like that. When it comes to how far, the distance is the stimulus. So it could be anywhere between 8 and 12 miles is plenty. If you're a person that wants to base your long run off of percentages, again, you can look at 20 to 25% of your overall weekly range. Typically, I feel I'm most fit when I'm running between 10 and 12 miles. And that's given that I'm already running in a week probably closer to like 30 miles. So that kind of puts me like the 42 to 45 mile type of range. How often should you do these? Every 7 to 10 days. The real unlock for me was the recognition that even pros don't run a long run every week per se. It could be every 7, it could be every 10, it could be even every 14 days. Now granted, they're doing doubles and all kinds of things like that, but for amateur running like you and me, that's plenty fine. The real key though is to try to find some level of consistency. So as I started kind of getting back into running, I would only do 2 long runs per month and then 3. And then when I was at my most fit, it'd be 4 times. And ultimately what you're looking to do is get that consistency going. Speaking of consistency, I've got a whole video over various mistakes that people make when it comes to easier running. Why don't you meet me over there and I'll go through a few other mistakes that'll help you run a faster 5K. I'll see you next time. Jordan Thomas. Peace.